What if I told you there's a tree from India growing in the middle of Hanoi, like a literal peepal tree from Bihar, the same kind we have all over India, and it's standing in the courtyard of a Vietnamese pagoda? Welcome back to day 2 of our Vietnam trip in Hanoi. And before we start this video, we have to tell you something we only realized after we got there. Most travel vloggers will not talk about this, but if you want to see Hanoi at its most alive, come in the last week of August. The week we were in Vietnam was actually the final week of rehearsals for Vietnam's 80th Independence Day. That's why every street had Vietnamese flag decorations, mock parades, dance rehearsals, and the whole city was out celebrating, all the way from kids to very, very old people. It genuinely felt like the city was preparing for a very, very grand festival. We took a grab from our Airbnb to Westlake. It took us about 20 minutes. Westlake is Hanoi's biggest lake. It's about 1,235 acres, basically like a small city right in the middle of the capital. And you can already see how beautiful this place is. It was very calm, very scenic. We took a few photos, shot some videos, then went in. Everyone we passed by the lake was wearing red t-shirts symbolizing their flag, traditional outfits, and doesn't it feel like a grand celebration already? We walked in through this yellow gate and suddenly the entire city noise just disappeared. And the first thing you see is this, an 11-tier red brick tower with a Buddha statue carved into every single block. It was founded in 541 AD. Yes, the year 541, which makes it almost 1500 years old. It originally stood near the Red River, but the river started eroding the land, so they moved the entire pagoda brick by brick to this island in the West Lake. There are koi ponds with these big orange koi fishes, bonsai gardens that look like they've been shaped for centuries, incense burning everywhere, and we were just walking around admiring all of this. And wait, I cannot leave this information out. It was way too quiet. And honestly, we're not very religious people. We're not religious at all. We just come visit international gods for international trips. Okay, back to the tree. Right outside the main shrine, there's this huge tree with heart-shaped leaves. If you've grown up in India, you'll recognize this instantly. It's a peepal tree. So how does a peepal tree end up in Hanoi? In 1959, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, India's first president, visited Vietnam to meet Ho Chi Minh, and he did not come empty-handed. He bought a sapling, a direct cutting from the original Bodhi tree at Bodh Gaya in Bihar. He personally handed it to Ho Chi Minh and they planted it together as a symbol of friendship between two countries, right here in this courtyard. And over 60 years later, that sapling is now the full-grown tree right here. By the time we came back outside, the city had properly woken up. More traffic, more scooters, more people, and it was starting to get a little hot. So we stopped for ice cream from the small place nearby and cooled down for a bit and walked for about 5 to 10 minutes around the lake. And there's another temple, Huan Tan, and this temple has a completely different vibe because it's not Buddhist, it's Taoist. We walked around, sat for a bit. For lunch, we found this really cute Japanese restaurant near the lake. I love sushi, so we ordered a full platter. Every kind of roll was there. And he doesn't really like raw salmon, so he just tried one and I ended up finishing most of it. He stuck to the cooked stuff and ordered a Japanese pancake, which was honestly chef's kiss. We ate way too much, so we just walked it off along the lake, sat for a while, watched people fishing with bamboo rods. The kind of slow that makes you forget that you're even traveling. And we just walked back to the old quarter. The whole way, the city was doing this thing. Shops closing early, banners going up, decorations on every lamppost, pre celebration energy. We hit the main shopping streets near the French colony. First things first, we first got a 45-minute leg massage, and this was the most relaxing thing ever. If you are in Hanoi, you should definitely do this. Massages here are super affordable and really good. And after all this walking, you definitely need this. After that, we just walked around, did some shopping, mostly window shopping, picked a couple of t shirts, checked out some supermarkets and random souvenir stores. Then we found this place called King Roti, crispy bun on the outside, melted chocolate inside, and this was also a very good find. That evening, we called it a day around 6 p.m., headed back to our room because we had to pack. We had an overnight bus to Sapa. We took a little break, got our bags ready, and then left again at 7:30 in the night. And that's when we walked into this. Hundreds, actually thousands of people were gathered here, and you can see the mock parade happening. And can you see how excited everybody is over here? The vibe was so energetic that even we both were excited. We just wanted to see what was happening over there, and we stood there for a bit, watched everything happening. Grabbed ice cream again from Tranglion, and then headed back to catch our bus. And the whole way to Sapa, we just kept thinking, what an energetic vibe the whole city was in, and how glad we were to be there to witness all of this at that time.